guys, I'm Tim Walling with SC Legal Carry. We train people to get a CWP in the state of South Carolina. If you need a concealed weapons permit, please look us up online at sclegalcarry.com. What I'd like to speak to you tonight about is the new changes in the South Carolina gun law. The new changes will take effect on August the 15th, 2021. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Senator Martin for all his hard work in getting these changes put into place for us. Thank you, sir, for the hard work. The Open Carry Training Act. This means that for a person to be able to open carry a firearm in the state of South Carolina, they must have a valid CWP, either in the state of South Carolina or from another state that South Carolina recognizes as a valid CWP. If you've gone to another state and got a non-resident permit for that state, South Carolina does not recognize non-resident permit. Not everyone will be allowed to open carry. Only people with a valid CWP can open carry in the state of South Carolina. If you already have your CWP, there's nothing you need to do. You're currently grandfathered in. Anyone with a current CWP can choose to open carry or concealed carry as soon as the law goes into effect on August 15th. You are not required to open carry your firearm. You can choose to conceal carry or to open carry. It is your choice. Personally, I will continue to conceal carry my firearm. I don't want people to know that I have a firearm, and I don't want them to know the location of the firearm on my person. Your best weapon is always the element of surprise. The rules governing the firearm you're allowed to carry have not changed. You're only allowed to carry a firearm that measures less than 12 inches at its longest dimension. The places and locations that you're allowed to carry have not changed either. The only difference is you get to now choose to open carry or concealed carry in the current locations listed in the gun law. Another change in the gun law is SLED has removed the $50 fee for your permit. So after August the 15th, 2021, you will no longer pay a $50 fee to obtain a concealed weapons permit from the state of South Carolina. When you renew your permit, you will no longer pay a renewal fee of $50 for your permit either. It's important for students to know that have taken a CWP class within the last 3 years but have not submitted their CWP paperwork into SLED. Paperwork was originally good for 3 years. In the new law, there's no provision for grandfathering in the paperwork, which means August 15th, current paperwork that was given to students in their CWP class will no longer be accepted by SLED. So if you've taken a class and you have the current student instructor application and checklist, you need to send that in by August the 15th to SLED along with a $50 check in order to get your permit. If you don't send it in, you will need to take a class and get the new training with the new curriculum points in it and the new CWP paperwork. At SC Legal Carry, we are currently teaching the new curriculum that goes into place on August the 15th. And we are supplying our students with the new paperwork so they can hold their paperwork until August the 15th and then send it in because they have the current paperwork, which means they will not have to pay $50 to get their permit. As part of that new curriculum, your instructor should be teaching you cocked and locked carrying a firearm, retention holsters, de-escalation techniques, and how to prevent someone from just removing your firearm from your holster. At SC Legal Carry, we provide fingerprints inside the classroom. While you're in class, you'll get fingerprinted. You put those fingerprint cards in your package we give you and send it on off to SLED. If your instructor is not providing fingerprints for you, they're telling you to go to Identigo to get your fingerprints rolled, fill out your paperwork, and have Identigo submit it to SLED. I spoke with Identigo yesterday. Identigo is going to continue to charge students $50 to roll fingerprints and submit their paperwork into SLED. So if your instructor's not providing fingerprints in class, then you are still going to have to pay that $50 fee if you're going to Identico. Make sure you ask your instructors if they're teaching the new curriculum, are they providing the new paperwork, and are they rolling fingerprints in class so that you have everything completed and ready to send in to SLED at the end of your CWP class. Let's get into some of the specific gun law changes. Vehicles. There's really no change in the vehicle law except it states now a person can concealed carry or open carry inside their vehicle. The law hasn't changed as far as locations and places you can place the firearm at in your car. Those remain the same per the current law. The sign law. A business can post a sign on the door of their business stating no concealed weapons allowed. If that sign is placed on the door, a CWP holder cannot carry a firearm inside that business. Businesses will not have to do anything to change their sign. The upcoming gun law states that a store with a current sign stating no concealed weapon permits allowed will also cover open carry. Be aware that a business can post a sign on their business, no concealed weapons allowed. You cannot carry a firearm inside that business unless you have written permission from the business owner or the manager to carry a firearm there. A business can post it and then give permission to their friends, family, or employees, whomever they choose to carry a firearm in their business. If a business chooses not to post their business with a sign stating no concealed weapons permit allowed, then an individual can carry concealed inside that business. But there is a law that states if the business owner or manager can see a person's firearm while they're inside their business, the business owner or manager has the right to come over and ask that person to leave their place of business or go lock their firearm in their car. So if you're going to choose to open carry, be aware that a business owner has a right to ask you to leave their business if they can see your firearm. Employers. If your employer states in their handbook that you cannot carry a firearm on you or have it in your possession while working for them in their place of business, driving their machinery, equipment, or their vehicles, then your CWP will not allow you to carry concealed or to open carry in that location. Private property owners. Private property owners have the right to restrict individuals from carrying firearms either open or concealed on their property. So the new gun law clarifies who can carry concealed on church property. It states that a person with a valid CWP can open carry or concealed carry on church property, but they must have permission from the proper church official or the governing body of the church. The new gun law clarifies if a church rents a school to hold church. The law states the school is not considered a school during the time the property or buildings are rented as a church from the school district. The school district does have the right to request the church to inform them if they're going to allow firearms on the property. During church events held on school property, if the church rented the school, the appropriate church official may give permission to individuals with a valid CWP to carry concealed or open on school property only during the church events and the hours the church has rented that school to hold the church event. Individuals can carry from the parking lot at the egress points and ingress points of the church on the school property. The law states if a church has rented school property and there is a school held event with students on that property, the church cannot allow firearms to be carried on the property during church events if it coincides with a school event with students on the property. At SC Legal Carry, We provide everything for our students. When our students arrive that day, they just show identification to prove who they are. They take a seat. We supply them with all materials for the day: firearm, ammunition, holster, gun belt, eye and ear protection, targets, and we pay for range time for them. They show up, sit down, we take care of everything. At the end of the day, they leave with a packet addressed to SLED. All they have to do is put a stamp on it and mail it in. If you need a concealed weapons permit, look us up online at sclegalcarry.com. Remember, folks, be a responsible adult. Don't push your responsibility as an adult off onto a child. Buy gun locks and gun safes. Secure your firearm. Till next time, folks, take care.